the quality of life that the Lord Jesus has today is more than ample to demonstrate that he made the right decision to turn down the offer from the evil one and to choose instead the course of life that he'd come to demonstrate the love of God and the purposeful nature of God to live out his calling. Because what I find in the life of the Lord Jesus is this: he wasn't called to the cross, he was called through the cross. Because what he was called to was the right hand of his Father in heaven, on the throne, fully disclosed as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and worshipped by all of his creation. That's his calling. Right. How do you get there? Well, there was a 3-year journey through the society of first century Israel that was required after 30 years of preparation, 3 years of pursuit, that led ultimately to the place where the author and the finisher of our faith sits at the right hand of his Father in heaven, Romans 12.
Via the cross.
Via the cross. So Noah, for us, we watch a quality of life unfold here that we couldn't gain any other way. The amazing thing is it opens the door to our place in eternity, which is a place of greatness in heaven. And boy, that's a line that some people have a hard time getting their arms around. Greatness in heaven? When Peter asked Jesus in Matthew 19, the story's recounted, it's just after the rich young ruler has walked away because the thought of giving up his money to follow Jesus didn't make sense. And Jesus didn't say, give up your money. He said, transfer it to heaven where we can take care of it for you, and then you'll be free to go and follow me. Peter said, wait a minute, time out. We've left everything to follow you. What will there be for us? And Jesus said, you who have left everything to follow me will sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Just a little bit.
Greatness in the kingdom was the promise that followed them as they pursued him. So following Jesus doesn't take you to a cross. It may take you through some hardship, but it doesn't take you to hardship.
And most of the time, the hardship is self-imposed. Meaning for me, it was, me personally, it was bought into culture early on, because that seemed the only way. Be a nice guy at church. Do good things. But mostly took success based in acquisition of material possessions to get to be a great provider. But then that just got you tied up in a knot. So the undoing, or the cross, or having to endure that once you say, listen, I'm done, I'm not buying into the fear, I'm fully embracing this whole idea of following you, Lord. So we got to undo a couple things. We got to simplify life. We got to move the goal. We got to move some things around. Let him come in and rearrange the furniture in the living room. Doesn't make any sense at the moment. Right. A little painful. Don't like the new view, but it's going to make a whole lot of sense here pretty soon. That trust was that was imposed. Those were decisions that I had made that needed to be undone or reformulated. Like that rich young ruler, he wasn't saying get rid of it. He was saying leverage it. Right. Leverage it for the kingdom. And so for me, it's just a priority change. It's a priority shift. But I will tell you on the fear, my buddy Justin Stumble has a great quote that fear is the gateway between who we are destined to be and the life we are intended to live. So you got the guy that's buying into the fear that if I decide to follow Christ and my new life, I'm getting a life, and my life is over there, but I have to go through this gateway of fear, through this door, that my life is going to be worse on the other side of that door than it is now. Yeah. I'm miserable. Yeah. I'm going to get more miserable. Yeah. And to me, the verse, he who's willing to lose his life will gain it. I sit here today as proof that if you do that, you will get it.